Okay, well, my name's Tom Rodwell. This is a song called Live Humble. Humble, humble, humble yourself. The bell done ring. Live humble, humble, humble yourself. The bell done ring, the bell done ring. Angels sung, the Lord done brought our hearts and tongue. I wonder what Satan is grumbling about. Chained in hell where he can't get out. Humble, humble, humble yourself. The bell done ring. Live humble, humble, humble yourself. The bell done ring. You best live humble, you best live mild, you best live like some true-born child. The winding sheep is gonna wind as fast. How long it rained, baby, can you tell? Humble, humble, humble yourself. The bell done ring. Live humble, humble, humble yourself. The bell done ring. You best live humble, you best live mild, best live like some true-born child. You best live humble, best live mild, like some true-born child. Humble, humble, humble yourself. The bell done ring. Live humble, humble, humble yourself. The bell done ring.
Well, you know when you play, it sounds like you've got a bass at the same time. You play the bottom string is particularly the bass, isn't it? Is that, do you have it like that on purpose? Oh, right. It's almost like you've got a band, or at least the bass and the guitar.
That's the shtick, yeah.
Oh, right.
That's the scheme. I mean, it works really well to have, you know, a lot of low frequencies in it, because then you can fill up a room with sounds. If you just had a really trebly guitar sound, it would just sound very thin, and so you need a lot of low frequencies to fill the room.
And I guess you can get more of a stomp going if you've got that bass underneath it.
Yeah.
And I know when I heard your MySpace tracks today, I was thinking, are these like remixes of old tunes? I knew they weren't, but it almost sounded like you sort of took samples from old blues songs.
It's all complete. All of those recordings are completely improvised, and there's no overdubs and no edits and no effects. Sometimes it's just myself, sometimes myself and a group of other musicians, and we just make it up on the spot. The lyrics are traditional spirituals and blues, and what I'm trying to do with the lyrics is look at the subtext and the allegory beneath the surface of gospel music and beneath the surface of blues music.
So what would an example be of a subtext of a...
Well, there's a song called Daniel that I do, which is by a group of people called the Georgia Sea Island Singers. And the Georgia Sea Island Singers were people who sang their grandparents' songs and great-grandparents' songs, which was music of slavery. And then when you hear the folk recordings of them singing it, there's no instrumentation, it's just hand clapping and foot stomping, and the lyrics are extremely simple just about walk, believer, walk, rock, believer, rock, Daniel, Daniel, Daniel. And then by the end of the song, they repeat all these different things, but they're very, very simple. And you realize there's actually no narrative in the song. All it is just stomping and clapping. It's just a kind of a ritual, a dance ritual. And the lyrics towards the end of the song refer to things like, "Give me the knee bone bend," which is a dance move. And the songs refer to West African ritualistic practices, dancing and ancestor worship, and slave culture was one that superficially was about religious content, but actually had a sort of secret weapon of African culture hidden within it. So, the white culture would see it as simply, happy, clappy praise music, but actually they're preserving African identity within it. So there's multiple levels to it. There's famous songs about going home on the morning train, to give you a very specific example of subtext. And the morning train, you could actually pretty nakedly connect to the Underground Railroad, which was the safe houses that slaves were able to stop at different people's farms on the way from the south to the north.